Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another Minecraft discussion today on all things well-being. My name is Kimberly Quinn. Stuttered there for a second. It's because my brain is faster than my mouth. That's why I've stuttered my whole life. And I was also looking at outside because it looks like a snow globe and it's really, really pretty. I was totally distracted. All right, so anyway, we're going to talk about changing your inner game today. Changing your inner game. So to begin, we're going to talk about how people in general, I don't know, we kind of look for answers out here and people and situations and things to change out here to find the solutions that are going on to the problems that are going on in here, or conflicts, or just newness, new story writing, whatever. That's all here, but why are we looking for it out here? It doesn't make a lot of sense. So really what we're trying to shift into to change your inner game is to get this attitude, this like champion attitude of you got to win from within. Got to win from within. It's all here already. Okay, so the first one is change begins with a question. And I got to do a shout out to my friend and colleague, Dr. Lindsay Godwin from Champlain, because she's really into this. Appreciative inquiry, that's what AI is at Champlain. I remember when I first was invited to an AI conference way back when, I was like, cool, robots, STEM stuff, and this is going to be great. And they're like, no, it's appreciative inquiry. Also great. I just, I heard AI and that's where my head went. Anyway, the appreciative inquiry thing is cool because it's really about, changing your mindset. And I'm going to actually, Lindsay did a podcast on changing your inner game. She called it Change. She actually called it Change Begins with a Question. That is her podcast. Change Begins with a Question. So I'll put her link on the bottom there. So she talked a lot about, first of all, you got to figure out what it is. What's the new story going to be about? What is it that's not sort of working for you now that you would like to shift out of, and what is it that you'd like to shift into? So that's a question. So I think, she used a bunch of examples. It was really good talk she had. And one of them was super relatable, which is just weight. So, it's, do I want to lose 20 pounds? Or I want to, or make it a statement, I want to lose 20 pounds. That just isn't enticing, right? So that rolls into the second part here, number 2, which is change your words. So the change begins with a question, rolls into change also involves changing our words, our dialogue on the inside. So rather than declaring I want to lose 20 pounds, which then has us in a state of deprivation, which no one likes. Why? Because it's not the body's or mind's nature to want to be deprived. So all that scarcity thinking and then anybody who's ever tried it and deprived yourself going on whatever diets, and then you can't have this and you can't have that, and then that we just think about it like even more. It's because that's what scarcity thinking does. It just sends us into a total spin. So it has us in a state of deprivation. So probs won't work, okay? We know diets don't work. So it's better to, I don't remember Lindsay's exact words, but she turned it around from like, I want to lose 20 pounds or whatever it was, 10 pounds, 20 pounds, whatever, to I want to, I really want to get back to feeling good, to feeling, my healthy self. And she used positive language to turn that around from deprivation to something that I am consciously choosing to shift into and lean into this good place. So I'm thinking of, wow, I'd really like to get back to my fighting weight, or if you're in dating mode, I'd like to get back to my cruising altitude, something that doesn't have us focused on what we're not having. Instead, we're leaning into something. It's just better. Okay, so change begins with a question, then change your words. And then the third one is to make the shift. And this is huge. In order to make the shift, we gotta really sort of choose it, and also not to strive for perfection. Bad word. You're better off dropping the F-bomb than saying the P word, okay? It's bad. So making the shift means, you know what? I'm committed. I'm thinking Rocky again. I'm committed to do the best I can, and keeping things as best I can, and actually feeling what it's like to be in whatever place it is. If it's that you want, if you want to picture yourself at your fighting weight, at your fighting weight, at your healthy weight, at your cruising altitude. You want to picture yourself confident at a work meeting and raising your hand, and you're not being skipped over anymore. And really make the shift. To make the shift, you got to believe it in order to see it. Like, that's just how it is. Because you don't want to put situations, people, anything on pedestals. right? It just because then we're shocked when it actually happens. The universe doesn't respond well to that. The universe responds well to gratitude and this sort of solid feeling of feeling as if, in quotes, as if it's happening right now, whatever that is. Okay, then we got to raise the bar, and this I have to give a shout out to Tony Robbins. He's really cool. I may have known he was cool, but I've been listening to him a little bit more recently, and he talks about raising the bar. What he means by that is raising your standards for yourself. And I'm a big fan, especially with my psychology background, of keeping, standards, goals are just all interchangeable words, really. Keeping it doable, that's really important. So we set ourselves up for success. And I guess he probably would not say goals and standards are necessarily interchangeable. Standard is like a level. Like we want to rise above. So if here's our workout habits, right? We want to amp them up to here. We want to amp them up to here and then stick to that, because as he says, our life plays out based on our identity, how we define ourselves. So if we want to, get in shape and have an amazing body, so we're not looking in the mirror naked and going, then we got to raise the bar. We got to raise the bar and set a new standard, and that's going to lead right into rituals. That's another TR thing, Tony Robbins thing. And he's right about this one. And he did, because I'm thinking from a psychological standpoint, he talks a lot about working out and stuff, which is just an outer reflection of what's going on inside, right? Because we're valuing our bodies and we're committed to our own health because we're valuing ourselves. And rituals are really important, and they have to be doable. So even if you're not doing anything, and let's say this is what you want to change, it doesn't necessarily have to be the workouts. That's my example at this minute. To have, start with 5 minutes in the morning of, stretches, or do a YouTube for 10 minutes. That's the little mini weights or whatever like that. But to stick to it and allow yourself maybe one day off, something like that. But rituals are super important. And then the 20-second rule can really play in here, which is a shout out to Sean Aker. These are just all my kind of regulars that I either read or listen to. And he's the author of The Happiness Advantage. But he talks about the 20-second rule, which I've talked about before, related to my gratitude journal, because I write down 3 things every day of my life in the morning, which begin with I am grateful for, in my gratitude journal, and I have it sitting, you can't see it, but right there on the windowsill, usually every morning, and I have to literally walk out I can't get by, I have to walk past it to get into the living room, which means I don't miss, rarely do I ever miss a day, because it's so easy. So the 20-second rule is research has been done on that if we want to shift into a new habit or get out of too much TV watching, right? This 20-second rule means make it easy. So make it easy to write in the gratitude journal. The workout thing, have your sneakers right by the bed, your shorts or tights or whatever, sweatpants, right there. That will take you 2 seconds to put on. That's how you make it easier. If you're trying to shift out of something, like watching too much TV, the 20-second rule applies to hiding the remote out in the garage or downstairs or someplace that takes you longer than 20 seconds to go get, especially if it's out in the garage. If you have a garage, or outside in the car maybe, because you want to go to watch TV at night and it's winter, like right now, you're like, oh, do I really want to walk out to the garage and get the remote? I don't think so. And then you read a book. Okay, so 20-second rule, rituals. And then lastly, number 5 is to surround yourself, I wanted to say, with stronger people. And that's what I really want to say, is people with stronger habits. Just shorten it, whatever. Because they're stronger in that way. We all have strengths. We're talking about working out. Maybe you've got strengths in other places, but you want to hang out with people who are stronger in their routine or their ritual with working out. Because if you commit to doing yoga with somebody, or going to the gym, or having them come to your house and you both do a YouTube, it's got to be easier. You're not going to do it. You also have to like it, or you're not going to do it. And you can fill in the blank with other things about changing your inner game. Then you want to surround yourself with people who are further down the road with that. Also, if it's more like traits like confidence, hang out with confident people. If it's happiness, if you're quite a negative Nelly, hang out with happy people. Raise the bar. And then rituals. The happiness rituals. My number 1 would be gratitude, just like I do every day. It's the fastest ticket to happiness there is. And then again, surrounding yourself with happier, more positive people. All right, so changing your inner game. Change begins with a question. Okay, maybe you're feeling negative, and I'm questioning, why am I so negative? I think I want to be happier, okay? There you go. Change your words. Catch yourself in the negative dialogue. Shift out of that to positive affirmations and gratitude. The third one is making the shift. Visualize yourself as happier. Picture yourself smiling, walking down the street. Actually meditate on it. Picture yourself being happy with your friends and family, happy by yourself in the woods, happy at work, whatever. And then make the shift. Raise the bar. That means raise your happy standards. Okay, check in with yourself, and keep maybe little slash marks of your happy affirmations, comments, rituals. Happiness ritual would be the gratitude journal. That would be my number one. You could also commit to one conscious act of kindness too, if that is your thing, is becoming happier. There you go. Do something good for someone every day, especially if you don't know them. Okay, and then lastly, surround yourself with people that have whatever behavior it is you're trying to lean into, people who are further down the road than you and stronger with it. So if it's happiness, surround yourself with happier people. It's confidence, confident people. People who are on shifting into their fighting weight, hang out with people who are really doing well with that. Okay, so those are the five tips or suggestions for changing your inner game so we can win from within. Excellent. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from snowy northern Vermont. Have a mindful day.